Hello, it's Charles with Uber Eats. Today is Saturday, the 20th of September, 2025. And I am blessed and grateful this morning because I received the gift of tomorrow with God's wake-up call. And you're seeing and hearing this, so you're equally blessed today because you got God's wake-up call and you received the gift of tomorrow. We need to all remember that tomorrow isn't promised to anybody. It's a true gift from God, and we need to appreciate it and be grateful for the gift of tomorrow. I checked on Google, and according to that, the sun's going to come up today at 7:18 a.m. and the sun's going to set at 7:28 p.m. tonight. And the time right now is 4:06 a.m. So we've got about 3 hours, 12 minutes until the sun comes up here in beautiful Tampa, Florida. I'm sitting up here at my normal spot at the McDonald's. I've been next door already, and I got my free cup of ice in my Thornton's cup already, regular cubed ice. And I bought the 3 cans. I found my 3 cans over there, 3 for $7. I got this wild berry tea, Monster Rehab wild berry tea. That's the one I'm going to have this morning. And then I got my I got a can of this tea and lemonade Monster Rehab, and I got the Monster Rehab peach tea. I'm going to have the peach tea on Monday, and then the tea and lemonade I'm going to have tomorrow, Sunday, and today I'm having the wild berry. Gas next door at this Circle K is at $3.08 a gallon for the low grade 87, and yesterday it was at $3.09, so it's went down a penny just from yesterday. And according to AAA website, they say the national average for gas today is at $3.19. So Florida, Tampa, Florida is beating the national average by 11 cents. And according to Gas Buddy, the Florida state average for gas today is at $3.13. So Tampa, Florida, Tampa City is beating the state average, Florida state average, by 5 cents a gallon today. So can't be too upset about gas. I don't need to get gas this morning. I ended up topping off my tank at that Circle K that's across the street from my camper. It was at $3.17 or $3.18 a gallon. And I decided it'd be best to do it yesterday evening so I wouldn't have to worry about getting gas all day today. It wasn't much more expensive than it was here, so it all worked out. I had a very good breakfast at the McDonald's yesterday. I had my 2 sausage, egg, and cheese McMuffins and a senior coffee with 2 cream and 2 equal in there. I ended up getting 2 refills, so I had a total of 3 coffees. And I redeemed my that survey that I do every day, so I ended up it would have been free, one of my sandwiches, but I ended up getting both of them for free. There was a different manager there that I've never seen before, working during the morning hours, and I ordered my coffee first. I always ask them for my coffee, my senior coffee, and then I go ahead with the sandwiches. Well, when I presented this coupon, I said I want to redeem this coupon, this survey, to get one of my sandwiches for free, And I had been waiting a while there, like I always do, to place my order. They're not good about waiting on people in the dining room. They're focused mostly on their drive-through, which they do a fairly good drive-through business here, so it's understandable. And I'm always patient with them. Well, when he's plugging in my order, he either accidentally or on purpose gave me both my sandwiches for free. He may have done that because he felt bad that I was waiting so long at the register, or he may have hit a button too many times. Either way, I ended up only paying $1.06 for my breakfast yesterday. That made me happy. See, I paid it right there. I circled it. I don't know if you can see it or not, but I only paid $1.06 on my meal yesterday. That kind of made my day. Something else that happened yesterday was a little unusual in the McDonald's. I overheard the female manager talking to her people in there about it being Uber Eats Driver Appreciation Day, which would have been Friday, yesterday, the 19th. I had never heard of that. I've been doing Uber Eats driving for over 5 years now, and this is the first I've heard of an Uber Eats Driver Appreciation Day. So I went on to Google to find out more about it, and I couldn't find anything on Google about it either. So I thought that would be a good opportunity for me to post on my subreddit about that to see if anybody else knew about it. So I did that. I wrote down what I put on there. I wrote the title of my subreddit was Uber Eats Driver Appreciation at McDonald's, ? And then I wrote, I was having McDonald's breakfast today in the dining room on Friday the 19th. I overheard the manager say something about today being Uber Eats Driver Appreciation Day. I should have asked her what that was, but they were very busy helping catch up with their drive-through, and I didn't want to bother them. I checked on Google and didn't see anything about it. Does anyone know anything about this? And then later in the day, Scoopity Doobie wrote, yes, Shake Shack does the same thing. You don't have to ask. Whenever you pick up an order, they give you some form of coupon for free food or a drink. I didn't go to any Shake Shacks yesterday, so I don't know if that's the case or if Shake Shack is participating for that in Tampa Bay. So I wasn't able to take advantage of that. And then Opposite Ads 389 also responded to me. He wrote, the McDonald's in Seattle hands out coupons. And that's all the comments I had as of last night. I might have had some more comments this morning. I didn't recheck that post when I went into Reddit this morning. Something else related to Reddit before I get to my scores on there. I accidentally found out that the guy that posted the thing about drivers having more opportunity to steal as a result of this new feature that Uber Eats has added to their app, where you are basically confirming the order twice. You swipe right to confirm the order with the restaurant, and then another screen comes up there and it says, do you want to continue on to your next stop? Yes. You can either hit yes or you can hit the go back button. Well, I was at my first stop yesterday. Find my notes here where I wrote down all my stops. I think it was a Chick-fil-A. No, it was a Starbucks. I went to the first stop was at Starbucks on Bruce B. Downs for Carla. Well, I get the Starbucks order, and most Starbucks they don't care that you swipe right, but this particular location on Bruce B. Downs always wants to see you swipe right to confirm the order. I guess they might have had some drivers stealing from them. Well, I did that, and I went directly to the screen popped up and it said, do you want to continue with the delivery or go back? Well, I accidentally hit go back. I didn't mean to, and it reversed the prior step. It reversed the part where I swiped right. So it was like I had never picked up the order, and I could have just walked out with that coffee without it being on my account. So I realized what Efficient Paper was talking about in that post he made, and I went back and owned up to my fault of, but anyway, I was skeptical of what Efficient Paper wrote on there. Efficient Paper 7411, he goes by the handle. And I went back and I commented again on his post saying that I was incorrect about my take on what he had said, and so I owned up to that. And I'm glad that I did that. I considered not saying anything back to him because he doesn't care. But I felt it was only right to go back and own up to my mistake, because I kind of cast some judgment on him when I was replying to his post. And I'm glad I went back to his post, because he had more comments from somebody else to his post that gave me a whole new perspective and thought process on this new button. And it might not entirely be a bad thing. It might not be redundant, and it might not be a waste of our time, because Salty Girl 22 responded, I actually like this added step, especially with restaurants that want to see you verify and slide. Pickup complete. It also allows you extra time to get to your car, place the food in an insulated container, etc. I wait until my key is in the ignition and I'm ready to back out to hit the button. It really is a beneficial tool for us drivers. We can control when the customer starts seeing us and not the restaurants. I'm happy for this ability. And then C Environment 9080 responded. Also, I checked it today on the restaurant tablet. It doesn't say verified and complete until the last click, which he means the very last step where we're collecting, where we hit proceed to customer, your next stop. Small shops and places have been a lot more uptight about this. So this might be an opportunity for me to improve my drive time and hit the on-time score more, more often, and bring my on-time percent back up. Because what I've been doing until since yesterday is I complete everything. I complete all the steps and then I go out to my car. Well, I need to start waiting to complete that second step until I'm actually like driving to the customer, and that might help me with my drive time and bring that percentage back up. My Reddit karma went up. It was 852. Now I'm at 856. So it went up 4 points. I had 4 upvotes, and my contributions went up too. I was at 331. Now I'm at 334. It went up from it was all comments, I believe. I found out that you can drill into your contributions and see how it breaks down. So right now I have 47 posts on Reddit altogether, and I'm at 287 comments on Reddit for a total of 334 contributions on reddit.com. I went on to Google also to check my scores. I'm still a local guide 7. I have 16 followers on Google Maps guide. My contributions went up 1 to 1350. My one Google review I did yesterday was for a Chevron gas station on West Kennedy. After I left one of my orders, it was the delivery I did for SOG Cafe on MacDill. I needed to find a restroom, and this particular Chevron station was the closest one to me. I stopped in there, and I get to the men's room, and it had an out of order sign on there. And so I thought I was going to have to go to another place. I went to ask the clerk to see if it was really closed, because sometimes they have those signs on there from when it was closed and then they had fixed it and they forgot to take the sign down. Well, that was the case, and she gave me the PIN number, so thankfully I was able to use the restroom there. It was very clean. The store in general was clean. They didn't have good prices on Monster drinks. I checked those out while I was there. They didn't have any specials like three for a certain dollar amount or buy 2 get 1 free like some of these gas stations do. It was just a flat $3. So I incorporated all that into my Google review, and that's what brought my points up and my total number of stores reviewed. I think I uploaded 2 or 3 pictures from that gas station on there too. My like I said, my points went up to 6917. That's 26 points from that Chevron gas station review I did. I did upload 3 pictures from there. I'm now at 504 pictures uploaded. I'm at 200 reviews altogether, and my views have finally shown that they've increased. It had been staying at the same amount for a few days in a row, but now it's showing that I have 12,720 more views. I'm at 2,245,257 views of all pictures I've posted on Google as a local guide 7. And I had quite a bit of changes in my Uber Eats scores from yesterday. Of course, my deliver on time went down further. I'm still a platinum driver for now. until that's affected by my poor performance on on-time deliveries. My satisfaction is at 97%. I'm still at 6% canceled orders. My Uber acceptance rate has gone down by 1%. It was at 55%. Now it's at 54%. My on-time deliveries has went down to 78% now. It was at 82. But those 5 metrics that measure my performance with customers has improved greatly. My deliver with care went up 4 from 315. I'm at 319 now. My quick and efficient went up 4 from 271. I'm at 275 now. Friendly score went up 3 to 274. Perfect handoff went up 4 to 257, and good communicator went up 3 to 239. So I had a lot of good responses from customers yesterday. I know one of which, I knew one gave me a good score because they said they were really happy with the service. It was that delivery I did from the bakery. See if I can figure out which one of these was a bakery. It was the State Flour Bakery on South Debris Highway. I know he was happy with me, the customer name of George. I did a total of 10 deliveries yesterday. I started off with a Starbucks on Bruce B. Downs Boulevard for Carla. That was a fare of $2. Carla tipped me $13.30. That paid me altogether $15.30. And then my second trip of the day was to Chick-fil-A on Cove Bend Drive for Donnie. That fare was $3.43, and Donnie tipped me $5.26 for a total of $8.69. Then I went to Badass Coffee. That was my third trip on Lutz. That trip was for Peter, and it was a fare of $18.92, and Peter tipped me $10.94. I also got a toll road reimbursement of $2.02. So altogether I made $31.38 on that trip. And then my fourth trip was to Starbucks on Southwest Shore Boulevard for Tammy. That was a fare of $2, and Tammy tipped me $5. And that was my least paying trip of the day. $7 I made on that trip. Then my fifth trip was for Panera Bread on West Shore Boulevard. Carla tipped me $5.92 on a fare of $2, and that was a total of $7.92. Then I went on to Cousin Vinny's Sandwich Shop on West Cass Street for Samuel. That was a fare of $3.86, and Samuel paid me $2.54. That was another trip that I got reimbursed for a toll road. That reimbursement was 97 cents, so made $7.37 on that trip. That was my second least paying trip. Then I went to SOG Cafe on MacDill for Natalie. That was a $2 fare, and Natalie tipped me $9.82 for a total of $11.82. Then I went to State Flour Bakery on South Dale Highway, Mabry Highway for George. George tipped me $4.92 on a fare of $4.15, and I got reimbursed for a toll road there too for $3.29. So I had 3 toll road reimbursements altogether. That paid me $12.36. Then my ninth trip was for Bangkok Jazz on East Fowler Avenue for Angela. That was a fare of $2, and Angela tipped me $19.66 for a total of $21.66. And then Angela apparently liked my service because she tipped me an additional $4.58, bringing my total to $21.66, I believe. Yeah, it was going to be $17.08, and she raised my total amount earned to $21.66. Then my last trip of the day was for Chick-fil-A on Goldfinch for Lucy. And Lucy's trip was a fare of $367. She tipped me $486, so I made $853 today. So had an excellent day with the Uber Eats yesterday, and I expect I'll do even better today with it being a Saturday on the weekend. So usually Saturdays and Sundays are on average much better at most markets. Well, that's about it. My plans for today, it's Saturday, so I need to go to the plasma center. I don't think I mentioned this yet, but my plasma visit Monday was a bit disappointing. I got my plasma draw, but they told me my protein is getting quite low. It was at 6.0, which is as low as it can get before you're denied a plasma visit. Denied to allowed to be do a plasma donation. So I need to either visit a buffet here in town before I go to the plasma center, or I might just go to the Winn-Dixie that's by my camper and get a rotisserie chicken. I haven't decided yet. That would be the best option for me in terms of just raising my overall protein levels. But for long-term purposes, I need to find a buffet that's favorable here, because I need to not just worry about my protein. I need to worry about having an overall balanced diet and getting more vegetables into my diet. So it would be better for me to find a buffet that opens here in town around 10:30 or 11, even if it's a Golden Corral. They have a few Golden Corrals here in Tampa. That might be the best route for me to go. If I can't find a good Chinese buffet, is just go to a Golden Corral and eat a well-balanced meal and get a lot of protein in the process. And then I'll go to the plasma center and hopefully, like the buffet that I was visiting in McAllen, Texas, that will improve my protein score. All my other measurements have been good at this plasma center. My iron has been good. My hydration has all been good. My blood pressure has been good. My pulse, all that's been good, but my protein is dipping back down, unfortunately. Well, I want to thank you all for watching my video today. I really appreciate you all. I want to remind you how precious life is, and how important it is to appreciate today, appreciate every day that you have on earth, and how important it is to any blessings that you've received from God. Be sure to share those with your friends and family and encourage them to lean on God with any problems that they have, big or small. God will listen to you, and remind them that God loves them. Your friends and family might have struggles that they're having with financial problems, bills stacking up, health issues. It could be something small like problems that they're having at work that they're struggling with. Anything that you're having, big or small, remind them. And any problems that you're having personally, pray to God and just talk it over with God, and God will find a solution for you. And I just want to remind you how important it is to have Jesus in your life, and try to follow his teachings as closely as you can. Do what Jesus would do in most situations, and that will benefit you. It's benefited me. I try to follow Jesus' teachings as much as I can. I'm not a perfect Christian. I don't claim to be, but I do pray to God often, and I talk to God a lot every day. Any problems I have, I bring them to God, and it seems to help me. And just having Jesus in my life and accepting Jesus as my Savior and my advocate has improved my life greatly since I've been baptized. Well, God bless you all, and I will talk to you soon. Bye for now.